Then unleash your Patronus. An inhuman evil threatens the safety of Hogwarts alone. The Patronus charm under Tonk's tutelage to conjure your Patronus and save the school. Meet Ben. What's wrong? You said it was an emergency. Someone trespassed and artifact room. Help. Calm down and start from the beginning. Sorry, I'll try. My cauldron accidentally exploded in Professor Snape's face and potions, so I came here to hide from him. That's when I noticed things had been all moved around. Someone must have broken in and searched it. It is messier than I remember, but professors and students are always coming in and going from this room. Are you sure one of them didn't just forget to clean up? Is anything missing? No, but I just know someone who doesn't belong was in here. You don't believe me, do you? I believe you. If you think something's off, then something's off. Why don't we search the room? Let's just do this quick. Boom. It looks like you were right to be suspicious. I found a black quill. Is there another transfigured message? There's only one way to find out. Repair page. It is! You read it. It's time to unleash it on Hogwarts. Ensure Dumbledore does not get in your way. Consider this a true test. Is it all planned to attack on Hogwarts? It certainly sounds that way. But who is all instructing what's being tested? And more importantly, what is it? But I do know that I don't want to be there when you find the answers to those questions. When was the last time you were in the artifact room? Then there may still be a time to stop whatever Aura has planned. I'm going to warn Dumbledore about the threat to Hogwarts right now. Albus, are you certain we shouldn't warn them? Minerva raises a good point. Patrols can only do so much. Yes, for now, it's best to keep this to ourselves and carry on. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's urgent. It's quite alright, go ahead. I think Hogwarts may be in danger. That does sound serious. Would you mind filling us in? I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you for bringing this to attention, but you don't seem very surprised to learn all of this. Do you know something you're not telling me? Whoever sent that message has something to do with my brothers and the Cursed Vaults, and if they are planning an attack on Hogwarts, I want to know everything. I understand you feel strongly about this, but it's our responsibility as Hogwarts staff to protect the school. If there is a threat to the school, we will see to it ourselves. I have been lenient in the past, but I'm afraid I must put my foot down on this one. Can you promise you will let us handle this on our own? I promise I won't look any further into it. Though I must warn you, I will be holding you to that promise. If I find you have broken it, I will have no choice but to take appropriate action. We will not let any harm come to you or any of your students? Check on Penny. That sandwich I ate must have been bad. I fell off my broom. If only Madame Pomfrey could fix my broken heart. Same here. I came as soon as I could. What happened to Penny? I wish I knew. Madame Pomfrey refuses to let me hear. Let me near her. Let me try reasoning with Madame Pomfrey. Found her unconscious on the ground. The poor dear. It's a good thing you came upon her when you did. Any longer and she may not have. Are you talking about Penny? Is she alright? Then can we see her? This must be the 15th time you have asked me, and my answer is still no. 23rd time actually. I've been keeping count. Number of requests aside, Miss Haywood will be alright, but for now she needs to rest. Is Penny's one of our closest friends. We just want to wish her well. It could help her cheer up, Poppy. But she's sleeping. We don't mind waiting until she wakes up. Very well, but if you are going to just staying around, you may as well make yourself useful. Check in on the patients while I'm away fetching Miss Haywood's chocolates from the kitchen. And I'll allow you to briefly talk with her when she wakes up. Now get started before I change my mind. Penny, you're up. How are you feeling? Better now, though I think I had a nightmare. Said she found you unconscious on the ground. What happened? I'm not entirely sure. The whole thing is mostly a blur. I can only recall bits and pieces. Though I do remember seeing something curious, hearing something disturbing, and feeling very odd. Was that the last thing you remember feeling? Then overwhelmingly sad, like I was never going to be able to smile again. This may be related to a transfigured note Ben and I found in the artifact room. It was signed by all, just like the threatening letters sent to Ben in our second year. It mentioned something being unleashed on Hogwarts. If Hogwarts is in danger, we have to do something. I know I promised Dumbledore and the professors I would let them handle this, but I can't just sit back and do nothing. Can you remember where you were when you fainted? And then that's where we're headed next. Penny was around here when she fainted, so let's start by searching the area. That's a good idea, but this place is huge and we don't even know what we are after. Penny said she felt cold and depressed. I'm not sure what that could be. Some sort of curse, perhaps. Let's keep an eye out. We searched all over, but nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Could whatever attacked Penny be something that doesn't leave a trace? Perhaps Penny misremembered where exactly she was attacked. Nothing have. You either better tell Tonks. A Demento. A Demento. That makes sense. A Demento on Hogwarts grounds. This must be what the professors were talking about. I better do something quick or I'll end up like Penny. Flipendo. And then woke. What do I do? You need Patronus. Expecto Patronum. I hear a woman sobbing uncontrollably. It's probably your mother. Wait, I remember this. It's Mom the day she learned my brother was missing. No. Spectral Patronum. Are you alright? No, that was terrifying. Felt like all the warmth was being sucked out of me. I was just about to lose all hope when you rescued me. Thanks, Tonks. I'm just glad you are safe. But how did you drive the Dementor away? My spell didn't work at all. The Patronus charm, remember, it's the only spell that's effective against Dementors. You can conjure a Patronus? That's a high-level magic. Not many witches or wizards can do that. I promise I'll explain everything, but first let's get you to the Great Hall and warm you up. Part 2, Tonks might be willing to teach you the Patronus charm, but she wants to make sure you're ready first. Pomfrey saw through my act and made me appetize her medicine cabinet. My grandma looks a bit like a Dementor. What? That's a mean thing to say. I'm just here to grab a few sandwiches. I'm not sure what's more surprising, that the Dementor's on the loose, or that you can conjure a Patronus. You never asked. Thank you again. If you hadn't been there to cast the Patronus charm, I probably would have ended up like Penny or worse. In the first place, I should have pieced the clues together sooner. It was only after we split up that I realized it's cold and despair Penny felt. Everything turned out fine. But why is the Dementor here in the first place? It couldn't have just wandered on its way onto the castle ground. Has to be all. The Dementor must be the transfigured note mention. They are gods at Azkaban, but why would all have a Dementor brought to Hogwarts? Maybe using Dementors as a distraction while they search for the Cursed Vaults. With the professor's focus on finding the Dementor, it would be easier to slip past the defenses. It's said to be fate worse than death. You would have a truly evil to be willing to do something like that. Why we need to be ready for anything. But in order to get ready, you need to teach me the Patronus charm. It may be just easier to handle this on my own. Plus, even if you do manage to learn it in time, fending off the Dementor isn't easy. Please teach me. If the Dementor attacks again, I'll be defenseless. Let's talk about this. $700. Jesus Christ. Let's keep talking though. It's a very difficult spell. Hey. I'm glad you decided you'll teach me the Patronus charm. You know that what they say, two Patronuses are better than one. I'll try my best, but like I said, I'm learning the Patronus charm isn't easy. I was only able to produce one through a lot of willpower and training. Whatever I say, I may live to regret this, but yes. Let's go to Zonko's. There's something you need to do before I can teach you the Patronus charm. I can't stop eating sugar quills. I'm not here to buy anything, just like to watch people. I need to learn the Patronus charm as soon as possible. Should we really be wasting time? Who says we are wasting time? It's much more difficult to cast the Patronus charm if you're not in the right state of mind. Fear and other negative emotions can make you lose focus. I don't think I need to tell you that making you feel hopeless and afraid is a Dementor's specialty. So before we begin, you need to prove you can stay positive even in dark times. That's why we are here going to play a trick. Give me some credit, even I know better than to mess about when in a situation like this. Being able to have fun even while you are worried about the Dementor and its connection to all will be a good indicator if that can push negative feelings aside. That being said, I don't see why it can't be both. Let's do it. What did you have in mind? What sort of trick would you most enjoy? So I'd like something that will affect as many people as possible. Let's keep that in mind as we shop around. That's it. The perfect trick to get you into the right state of mind is to cast the Patronus charm is belch powder. It's hilarious, and best of all, we can play a joke on the whole in at once. Let's pull the trick. An odd shadow chase after me. I barely got away. Leave me alone. I'm drowning my sorrows in butterbeer. Are you sure pulling a trick on the patrons of the Three Broomsticks will help me cast the Patronus charm? Can we ever really be sure of anything? See, you need to lighten up. Alright, I'll see your point. So what's the plan? While you distract Madame Musmota, I'll put the belch powder into the main barrel of Butterbeer behind the bar. Then we'll just sit back and wait for Madame Musmota to pour Butterbeer and for the belching to begin. Thanks to you distracting Madame Musmota, I was able to pour the bleach powder into the Butterbeer like kegs. If you're laughing now, imagine how much of a good mood you'll be in when the belch powder takes effect. Actually, about that, you have mentioned wanting to protect Hogwarts, but I have a feeling that's not the whole reason you want to fight the Dementor. Why do you really want to learn the Patronus charm? The reason is the same as yours, really. I want to have the power to protect my friends. It's not... But I don't just want to helplessly stand by while they are in danger. I feel the same way. Why is that so hard for the professors to understand? They just don't like you. Go on. They're just bopping. So I'll go do this. Look, the belch powder is starting to work. The whole ends in a panic. Isn't it brilliant? What's the matter? You don't look like you're having fun at all. I was just until I noticed a note on the table over there. You don't think it's another note? There's only one way to find out. What does it say? As requested, I have brought the Demento to Hogwarts. It has already made contact. It will continue to keep an eye on the situation so far. The sentence just trails off after that. Whoever wrote this must have been affected by the belch powder and accidentally left it behind. What does this mean? I need to stop my Patronus training immediately. That note in the three broomsticks proves it. The it's in the message from R is the rogue Demento. Based on the tone of the note, it doesn't sound like whoever wrote this has done anything but release the Demento yet. If we move quickly, we might be able to fool the plans before they begin. That's not going to be easy. But if we start by thoroughly going over the basic and work our way up. That was really helpful. Can you show me your Patronus again? Since when have you known me to pass up an opportunity to show off? It's nice to see your Patronus up close without immediate threat. So you are alone in the Patronus charm, I knew it. And what's that Demento? Just what are you up to? Mind your own business. What are you doing here? Keeping an eye on you. I have been ever since I overheard the two of you talking in the Great Hall. If you didn't want to be heard, you should have gone somewhere else. How much did you hear? Just bits and pieces, enough to know that Tonks is teaching you to put you on the charm. Nothing from you. I want Tonks to teach me. That's never going to happen. I think she should teach Mula. Learning to put you on this charm must be important to Mula. She wouldn't put aside her pride and ask for help otherwise. Feels wrong to deny her the opportunity. Only you could make me pity Mula. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, Mula, I'll teach you to put you on the charm too. The circumstances being what they are. I'll try to cram as much teaching into as short of an amount of time as I can. Don't worry about me, it's Dan you have to worry about. Fine. The library, you'll need to study the Patronus charm before you are ready to try to cast it. Part 3, you and Mula begin your Patronus training in earnest. Study the Patronus charm. I went to the kitchen to sneak some chocolate, but Madame Pomfrey had taken it all. Shh. Remind me why we are in the library again. Our professors always have us study the effects and history of new spells of each in class before we try them. So in theory, studying the Patronus charm should help you familiarize yourself. I suppose it can't hold. Great, then let's grab a book and... I was just about to. You use the scoring charm on the bubble gum you left underneath the study table earlier. Would you care to join me? Not at all. It looks like you two are going to have to study without me. I'll meet up with you when I'm done. Try not to kill each other until I get back. Just sit there and staring at me, you hold her. Let's start studying. I think we have studied about all we can on our own. I'm going to go and see if Tonks is almost done. You seem to be in an awful rush to learn the Patronus charm. That has to do with the dementor you mentioned. Has come onto Hogwarts ground. The whole reason why I'm learning the Patronus charm is so Tonks and I can face it together. Supposed to be in Azkaban, I know, but once Hugh and Penny's already got hopes because of it, we need to stop it quickly before anyone else is attacked. Wouldn't just wander into Hogwarts. How could it have got here? Truth is, someone purposely had the Dementor brought here. I found a note in that artifact room about unleashing it on Hogwarts as a part of some sort of test. We think it was instructions to whoever actually released the Dementor. Let's think about it, all the places in Hogwarts. Someone just happened to leave a conspicuous letter in a place you frequently visit. You can't expect me to have all the answers. You seem awfully interested in learning about the Patronus charm yourself. I have been interested in the Patronus charm for a while. So when I finally found someone who could teach me, I wasn't going to let it go. Not what's taking Tonks so long. Let's just wait for her in the Great Hall. My mom calls my dad's mom a Dementor. Rumor has him Penny fainted after smelling Ilsmilda's unwashed robes. How was gum cleaning duty? I'll think twice before chewing bubblegum in the library again. As riveting as I'm sure your gum cleaning task was, can we get back to learning? I see what you mean, but there's still one more thing you have to do before you can cast. You must come up with a happy memory. After all, the Patronus incantation will only work if you focus on a happy memory while casting. Well, no, it has to be a significant, extremely happy memory. The happiest memory you can think of. When a Dementor feeds on a person's happiness, it leaves nothing but sadness and despair behind. Needless to say, having a happy enough memory in your mind is crucial to casting the Patronus charm. Let's brainstorm happy memory ideas with Tonks. She should be able to give us some feedback on it. Now that you have had the chance to think about your options, what happy memory are you going to think of? I'm going to think of the day I accepted the Hogwarts letter. I was so happy to finally get the opportunity to study and search for my brother. As pretty universally beloved memory that should work. You couldn't think of something more original? If you think my happy memory is so pathetic, let's hear yours. I know to keep my thoughts private. Now you're finally ready to try casting. Meet me in the training grounds. It's taken a lot of studying and sharing, but I think you're finally ready. I haven't heard any new news about the Dementor attacks that our elect will hold out much longer. This is one last thing to go over. I'm sure you have already picked up in your studies that there are corporal and incorporeal Patronuses. are easier to produce but aren't as effective against elementals and are shapeless, whereas corporal Patronuses are more powerful and take the form of an animal that represents your true self. Though I have heard of Patronuses changing from form after falling in love, but that will never happen to me. I can't imagine my Patronus being anything but a jackrabbit. Anyway, I was wondering, if you do manage to produce a corporal Patronus, what animal do you hope it will be? It's impossible to know what form it will take until you conjure it. But what if you do manage to produce a corporal Patronus? What form? I don't know what the first option is. Is that, I don't know, a big cat, a Yukun? I don't know. Fucking, let's go with a rabbit. Like a spotted hare, mountain hare, or lop-eared hare. What the mentor is going to be afraid of a little rabbit. What about you? I don't care what form it takes. I'll be happy as long as I'm able to produce one at all. I got distracted, but you're right. We do have a lot to go over, so let's get started. I've taught you everything I can about the Patronus charm. It's time to see if anything has stuck. Don't tell me you're so afraid of failing that you are not even going to try. Don't get too discouraged. Remember, the Patronus charm is a ridiculously advanced spell. Your turn, give it a try. Expecto Patronum. That didn't go as well as I had hoped, but it's still a great start for you, your first try. Do you want to try practicing again? I was thinking that we could ask Professor McGonagall for help. Considering she's the one who saved Penny from the dementia, she must know. With any luck, she might help us figure out what we are doing wrong. Won't McGonagall get suspicious that you're up to something if you ask for help? I'll handle that. Just follow my lead. Thank you for agreeing to meet with us. You mentioned you needed my help with a spell. I've been teaching it to them, but they are having trouble producing an actual Patronus. Since we heard you are able to conjure a Patronus, we thought you might be able to give us a few tips. Mueller and I both challenge ourselves to learn the Patronus charm as a way of testing our abilities. After all, it's such an advanced spell that most aren't able to produce the Patronus at all. It's the perfect test of our skills, so you're learning the Patronus charm to test your strength. Is this true? True, learning the Patronus charm would prove I'm the best witch at Hogwarts. I assume you coming to me with this very specific out-of-the-blue request so soon after our talk in Dumbledore's office is just a coincidence then. Very well, I'll teach you all about the difficulties. So allowing your focus to waver from your happy memory can make you unable. And that is partially why casting Patronus is so difficult. It's not enough to merely think about a happy moment. You must focus exclusively on it with all your might. Can you make conjuring a Patronus really impossible? Of course, most witches and wizards are simply unable to conjure a Patronus at all. That's perfectly normal and nothing to be ashamed of. Let's regroup in the Great Hall. I think I know what might help you finally conjure a Patronus. Part 4, it's finally time to cast your Patronus, but when you and Mula come face to face with the dementia, will you be able to put your fears aside and unleash your Patronus? Confront your fears! I saw a shadowy cloaked figure in the potions classroom. That's just Snape. Do you really know what might be preventing Mula and me from casting the Patronus charm? Based off what McGonagall told us about how important it is to keep your focus? I can't say for certain, but I doubt it's that the Patronus charm is too difficult for you. The most powerful witch at Hogwarts, yeah, you've told us. So you think we're having trouble focusing. I think you may be too worried about the Dementor and its connection to you. The note you found, you're right, that my anxiety over the Dementor. But what can I do about that? But when I saw the Dementor, it'll be hard to stop those thoughts from creeping back into my mind. Confront those thoughts head on and try to move past them by talking through them with us. If talking about my anxieties will help me cast, I suppose it's worth a try. Well, do you feel like your worries are less distracting? Yes, actually, and that's not all. Talking to you helped me realize something. Either I said that my main reason for going after the mentor was to protect my friends. I think it's also because I feel weirdly responsive for the mentors. And because similar notes have been found connected to the closed vaults, it is my duty to protect Hogwarts. And that somehow, in some odd way, it'd be my fault if the Dementor hurts anyone. I understand now you were just trying to help me take my mind off things. That's what all the angst has been about. You must be dafter than I thought if you believe that you're responsible for someone else's actions. I think that was an attempt in her classic Mula-y way to make you feel better. All I'm saying is that Dane isn't the only one with problems. We helped Doctors, now it's your turn. What's distracting you? Professor McGonagall? Can we help you? Would like to see you in his office. I suggest you do not keep him waiting. You want to speak with me? I was not expecting you so soon. But you have never been one to listen to instructions before. Why don't you take a look around while I finish this letter? They are finished now. On to why I called you here. Would you care for a chocolate frog? That's very kind of you, sir, but I imagine you didn't call me here to offer sweets. I found that they are very difficult questions, easier to swallow. Despite promising you would not get involved, why did you go against my wishes and investigate the threat contained in that note? You know, more than you right now. I didn't really go on my way to investigate it. I just saw a fucking Dementor. Like, what? The truth is, I felt responsible for taking care of the Dementor because of its connection to R. When I found out that Penny had been attacked and the Dementor was still out there, I knew I had to do whatever it took to keep her and my friends safe. But when it needlessly comes at the price of your own safety, you must recognize when it's best to leave it to someone better equipped to handle it. I'm prepared to accept my punishment.
But who said anything but punishments? You said if I went against your order, you would have no choice but to punish me. I said I would have no choice but to make an appropriate action. Given the circumstances, I'd say the appropriate action consists of two things. My intent in keeping information from you was to protect and shield you. However, it appears that it may have only placed a bigger burden on your shoulder. Sometimes we can become so fixated on confronted in darkness that we fail to notice we have become consumed by it and have lost track of what's really important. And if I'm not mistaken, there was another student who would benefit from some advice of their own. Perhaps you are the right person to give it to. Why are you in the potions classroom by yourself? I thought you would be itching to continue practicing the Patronus charm. But Tonks kept trying to make me talk about my feelings. Eventually I got fed up and decided to go searching for the Demento. We haven't been able to produce a Patronus charm yet. But I read some aren't able to produce a Patronus until they have undergone some sort of kind of psychotic shock. That sounds like it could actually work. Plus, we do need to stop the Demento. Normally I would, but I suppose it's possibly wouldn't hold to have backup. In the extremely remote chance I need help. Whatever you say. So what makes you think the Demento is in the classroom? Probably by I heard a rumor a dark, eerie figure with a cloak was spotted here. I'm starting to wonder if that was just nonsense. Let's search around. There's no sign that the mentor's here. The more it sounds like you may just have been Snape. But you look a little relieved that it's not the Demento. Could it be that the reason you haven't been able to conjure a Patronus is because you're afraid of a Demento? Nothing's going to change if you keep ignoring and hiding your feelings. Admitting you're afraid of them may actually help you overcome your block. Why does everyone want to know? Keep talking about the feelings. Honestly, you're just as bad as Tonks, and I'm not afraid of Dementos. And then what are you afraid of? I can't say. Oh, Mueller, what's more important to you? Keeping whatever it is a secret or conjuring a Patronus? I've been racing around the castle looking for you. I was running so fast I slipped and fell into one of the suits of armors. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there. Came to tell you I spotted the Demento looking in the training grounds. And let's go. This is our chance to drive the Demento out of Hogwarts. That's odd. I'm sure the Demento is somewhere around here. Did you expect it to be standing here waiting for you when you came back? The Demento couldn't have gone far. Let's look around. Is it just me or is it getting colder? The Demento must be nearby. Let's keep looking. This may be our last chance to talk before we find the Demento. Are you sure you don't have anything you want to tell us? Would I lie to you? Would I lie to you about this? I'll hear you even one snicker out of you. Have a little faith in us. You know that saying that only those who are pure of heart can cast Patronus? Learning the Patronus charm would let me prove that I'm not the same as my parents. But now that I'm close to actually getting my answer, I'm not so sure I really want to know. It looks like you may have to decide sooner rather than later. The Dementors found us. Ooh. What do you think, Darkos? Should we let Mueller try casting the Patronus charm? You should cast it. You're not perfect, but you're not your parents, and you'll prove that when you conjure Patronus. Have faith in yourself. I did it. Good job. And incorporeal Patronus, it's not enough to banish the Dementor, but it's bought us time. Are you ready to try casting? I'm ready. Then focus on your memory of receiving your Hogwarts letter. Spectral Patronum! It's a rabbit! You summon the mountain hero Patronus. I'm no expert, but I think your Patronus reflects your courage. That was brilliant, and it's all thanks to you. You did most of the work. All I did was give you a little push. Has something she wants to say. Thanks for giving me the encouragement I needed. You're welcome. There was no trace of the Dementor. I bet all will think trace before threatening Hogwarts again. I spotted this note near where the Dementor attacked us. What does it say? Congratulations, you passed. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but I have a feeling we'll find out. Whatever they may throw at you, you can handle it. If that does happen, I'll be waiting with my new Patronus ready. Hey, thanks for watching. Catch you next time, and peace.